Hello and welcome back to the channel. As you can see by the title, we have more putters to bring you from the #1 putter brand in golf, Odyssey. We have 3 new models in the Ai-One range, so they're all mallet models for you to take a look at today. We're going to talk a little bit about the tech, but also about how these putters kind of look and feel compared to some of the ones that are out in the range already. So let's have a look at the models that we have. So the first one is the brand new Ai-One 24. So this is in the S neck as well. So this has some toe float in it. It's almost got these kind of racing stripes on the top of the putter there to aid with alignment. We've got the mallet sort of shape, almost Rossi-like sort of shape in there. But like I say, with this neck style that's become very, very popular. These putters all feature the SL90 Stroke Lab shaft. We remember all steel this one, as opposed to some of the ones that we've seen in previous Stroke Labs where we've had the carbon fiber and then steel in the tip. We do have this brass tip weight in here, however, that does help counterbalance these models too, and we've also got the weight in the bottom there as well. And we do have this pretty cool little window we can see through into the technology behind the putter, so you can see the face technology working behind there. So we've got kind of varying different thicknesses. We've obviously got a much thicker area in the middle of the face, but also thinner around the outside, depending on where we tend to miss putts as kind of average golfers. Basically, this face technology is helping that when we don't hit the center, we're still going to get similar ball speeds out the heel and the toe as we do when we hit a really nice putt. So we're going to put these models to the test out here on the golf course today. Let's have a look at our second one. So our next model is the Wingback in a double bend design here. Very, very different to what we've seen in some of the models out previously. It's quite similar to one that was out in the 2-ball 10 and 2-ball 11 range. Very, very similar kind of footprint. We've got that single sight line on the top of it there, and again that nice window through so we can see the back of the face. Double bend this time, so we'll suit slightly different stroke types. Same length, same shaft, same grip. The third and final model we're going to look at kind of combines 2 really popular designs in Odyssey putters. It combines Jailbird and 2-ball. So we have the footprint of Jailbird, but with the tech on the top from 2-ball. So this obviously is a putter design that is over 20 years old now, and one that's been extremely popular all the way through its life. Just about every putter range Odyssey have ever released has a 2-ball in there, and it's because, like I say, it's so popular. This kind of bigger footprint with that Jailbird kind of footprint design on there will just add to the stability a little bit more. Obviously adds to the head size and kind of will suit that type of player, particularly in this double bend shaft that is more of a kind of straight back, straight through type putting stroke sort of player. We've obviously got the white hot insert in there and the little window through, and a couple of different weights in there too. So we're going to have a few hits with all these putters and tell you exactly what we think. So the first one we're going to try is the 2-ball. So 2-ball Jailbird Mini, to give it its full name. So we've got obviously that really big footprint in this putter now. I actually quite like the look of it, to be honest. I'm not normally a fan of these massive mallet-headed putters, really, but I think the kind of 2-ball design takes your eye off the fact that there's this added kind of mass in there, really. So let's have a hit with it and see. That's a pretty good start. So see if we can do that another 2 times. But yeah, I think off the face it feels pretty good. Does feel softer than, so I'm used to using a milled putter most of the time, so there's definite sort of sound difference and feel difference, but I don't think that's a negative at all. I think it actually feels and sounds quite good. Certainly the distance control is pretty good, and that's something that I look for in putters all the time. It's, can I control how far the ball is going? Because for me, if I've got good control of my distance, I'm generally going to putt quite well, and I quite like this. It's very easy to bring back and through. It kind of stays very square all the time and feels really good off the face too. Let's try a few different putts with it as well. The only real negative I would say to this is just that I quite like to have an alignment line or some kind of way of aligning the putter on the top of it. It's just a personal thing for me, and obviously the 2-ball, well, certainly in this guy, sometimes we do see the sort of taut lined 2-balls, but this one doesn't have that on the top of it. So I'm finding that I'm struggling really to align myself properly to where I want to start this ball. I'm certainly pleasantly surprised with the feel, because I honestly thought it was going to feel really, really soft, and it doesn't feel as soft as I was expecting it to. The feedback off the face is really good, and the roll that we're getting is great too. Right, let's try one of the others. So we're now going to try the Wingback, okay? This is the one that probably looks most like another brand's putter, probably quite similar to a Spider, I think. But I quite like the look of it. The footprint is quite big. I like that there's that line on the top of it now. Again, that double bend neck, same grip, same length, same shaft. So let's see how that compares to the 2-ball that we were using. Definite difference in the feel. Definitely sounds a bit more dull off the face than the 2-ball did. Also feels like I have to give it a bit more of a hit as well, which I don't really mind. Yeah, I mean, the first one I've just left it short because, like I said, it just felt a bit different off the face. Once I realised I had to feel like I hit it a bit more, those second two, obviously hold one and nearly hold the second one, felt a little bit better. I quite like this. It doesn't feel as big and cumbersome as the 2-ball did. I quite like that it's got that line on top of it, so it really helps me with my alignment too. Let's try a few more putts with it. So we'll try something a little shorter and a little bit more downhill. So we've got a slight little bit of left to right on this one. Straight away I can feel like this putter is easier to align than the previous model, that 2-ball that we used. Yeah, it feels good off the face as well. I do feel like I have to hit it that little bit harder to get it to where I want it to go. In off, we'll take it. But yeah, it's certainly a model that is easier to align, I think, than the 2-ball. Feels that little bit different off the face. Like I say, I do feel like I've got to hit this harder, and it's very subtle. I mean, you'll have to try and for yourselves to kind of see this, but every single shape that we've tried, and also we tried the milled ones not long ago as well, and they were all very different. The feel off the face was significantly different, I thought, between the blade models and then the bigger kind of mallet headed ones that we tried. There was a definite kind of audible difference, but also the feel and the pace control I found quite different with some of the models too. Right, we've got one more to try. So last but not least is the Ai-One 24, brand new model for this year, and certainly a brand new model for Odyssey, really, not one I've seen before. Very different look to the alignment on the top of it. Again, we've got a different neck style this time, so the S style neck, so more of a toe flow kind of putter design that we're going to see here. Again, we've got the same face technology, same shaft and same grip. So let's hit a few and see how we get on. Very different look to the others, and the neck style makes it look extremely different, and it feels quite different in my hands actually. Still feels pretty good off the face though, nice and solid. Certainly different in the way that the toe wants to release through the putt a little bit more. So trying to control it is, particularly for those of you that have got fairly active hands in your putting stroke anyway, it's maybe not a style or design that you're gonna like, but certainly it feels quite different off the face to the other two models that we've seen, and certainly it's more of a fight to keep the face square, I find, to be honest. So let's try a few from a different angle and see how we get on. Right, let's try a few downhill, a little bit left to right, similar to the ones that we were just trying with the Wingback putter as well. So again, this kind of alignment aid on the top is very, very different to the other two putters that we've seen. Obviously the 2-ball with nothing on, Wingback with that single white line on there, and this one with this kind of racing stripes on the top of it, if you like. And like I say, the feel off the face is very nice. It does feel like that putter wants to release a little bit more on the way through, which is slightly more like the sort of blade style that I use myself anyway. Come on, 3 out of 3, not quite. But yeah, very, very different. I quite like the shape of it, I quite like the footprint of it. The neck style maybe has a bit too much toe hang for me. Certainly when we balance this, we can see the toe does hang down quite significantly. The putters I use in the past tend to be fairly square, if not just slightly toe hang, but I can really feel I'm trying to fight this putter, trying to work a lot through the stroke and the toe kind of releasing more. But many of you out there will need a type of putter like that in your stroke to help you square the face. So there's 3 brand new models for you in Ai-One. Many of you may have an Ai-One putter right now. Many of you will be excited about seeing some more kind of mallet style models on there, but let us know in the comments, do you have one at the minute? Do any of these styles look awesome? Do you think that they're ones that you really want to desperately try? Let us know. We always love hearing your feedback, and keep watching all of our content here on the Golfshake YouTube channel to help you play more and play better. See you soon.